Hello everyone and welcome back to the Belgian Beer Brothers channel. Cedric here in Antwerp with another brew review. Now today we're going to talk about another French beer, and this beer is from a brewery that I never heard of before, even though it's like a 90-minute drive from where I live. I actually found this beer in a completely different area than where the brewery is, because this brewery is Moulins d'Ascq and it's situated near Lille, just across the border, the Belgian-French border. And I found this in Brewery, which is like a 7 hours drive from there. So yeah, quite odd. Where did I find this? That's maybe even more special. In a biological store. I went climbing in Brewery. I was there with a vegetarian and he wanted all bio veggies and stuff. Okay, but of course I quickly faded off to the beer aisle, to the drinks aisle. They had some wine, some cider and this beer. Now what we are having today is the Moulins d'Ascq Blanche. About the Moulins d'Ascq, it is founded in 1999, it is in Lille, and more about the brewery will be for a brewery breakdown. Now I do love this label. They had more than one beer, but I was a bit short on space in my luggage, so I could only take this one with me. This is the Blanche, the white beer, and let's see what this bottle tells us. Eau, mal d'orge, mal de blé, sucre, houblon, levure et épices. That means water, malted barley, malted wheat, sugar, hops, yeast, and herbs and spices. Everything is biologically grown, and the spices are basically very simple because this is a white beer or a wheat beer. Coriander and curacao, which is dried orange peel. Now I do love the branding on the bottle cap. I love this simple limited label. It won the World Beer Award gold medal in 2019 in France, and it is a 5% ABV. So let's see. I have my trusty opener here. It's been a while since I used my tasting glasses. I was just thinking, I'm used to having wheat beers being more hazy, but all the yeast was concentrated on the bottom, so I'm gonna let this sink in for a while. But look at that beautiful cloud mixing up with the liquid. Now this is a nice gold blonde, rather pale gold blonde wheat beer, a bit more goldy than I would expect a wheat beer to be. Also a bit more yeast than I expected. Might have been too enthusiastic. Some very white foam that immediately dissipated. Now this has been in the cellar for a while, but we'll see. So quite nice. When it comes to the scent, rather malty, rather herbal, a bit citrusy, which is not weird for a wheat beer. So I'm getting some slight mild acidity in the nose, but mainly coriander and actually a lot of orange. Very fruity, way more fruity than I expected. So let's dig in right away. Cheers. Ooh, yeah, that is very herbal. It looks a lot flatter than it is. It has a rather thin mouthfeel, but that carbon dioxide is very present. And also it is a very refreshing, very fresh, very citrusy in the initial taste. I am thinking warm weather, refreshment, a lot of that coriander, a lot of that orange peel, some straightforward orange even. I even get a bit of orange blossom in the nose. So yeah, very, very pleasant. Which makes me curious for the other beers of this brewery. Now I have looked into the brewery and they have not only 4 or 5 different Moulins beers, but they also have several other brands. And I did see that it is on the way home from my next climbing trip in France, so I might reach out to these people and ask if I can visit them for an interview. So yeah, if all my plans work out, we are looking for a awesome summer. Yeah, very, very nice beer. I might have one remark. The aftertaste is very, very thin, almost not present. The only aftertaste that I get is a bit of that coriander, but none of the orange, none of the yeastiness, because it's rather yeasty as well. No, it is very, very, very volatile, let's say. So it disappears almost immediately, and that is a shame for a quality beer like this. But apart from that, yeah, no remarks here. So moving on to the verdict. How should I score this thing? I would call this a 3.25 or 3.5, around that region. It is a very well made, very pleasant tasting white beer. Some minor remarks, but yeah, a very decent beer. And I'm looking forward to getting to know the other beers and maybe even visiting this brewery. So I'll put it on the list. As usual, if you guys like this video, yeah, leave a comment down below, hit a thumbs up, let me know. If you want to see more, hit subscribe and the bell icon so you'll get notified whenever I upload something. Also, welcome to all those new subscribers from the past week, another 8 I believe. Yeah, welcome and thanks a lot. And if you want to try this beer out for yourself, I haven't seen it in Belgium yet, but I imagine that somewhere along the border region you will find this. Anywho, cheers you guys, and I will see you guys again on Friday.